Alright, so in this one, I want to go over, and yes, I know for, 1 p.m. I was just bitching, having a rough time in the matches, and saying, okay, rant video, rant video, rant video, and I'm just thinking about it. What the fuck? There's nothing to rant about. I could just say, okay, the game's laggy, get dedicated servers, and that's common sense, right? I assume, Shueisha, Toei, anything like pertaining to Dragon Ball that has any influence on Legends, they're just too cheap and don't want to buy dedicated servers and, supply them for players because they're cheap. That's the simple reason I could think of it. And there's no fix to that for like a player standpoint, right? If I could give advice to other players, I've seen people play when they're on a fucking airplane. They have like, airplane Wi-Fi. It's like, bro, what? Like, you're going to be moving thousands of miles per hour. You're playing on a plane. It's like, please don't. Just please don't play PvE. Do your rush. Do something else. I even experienced this, but with me, I was playing against, because I was playing on a plane, right? And I was just playing against bots, right? It wouldn't DC. It would just be bots. And this was when Battle Rank 50, bots were still a thing. It was 1 RP. So it was like, okay, I noticed it. I was just farming RP for free. But it's like, if you're playing against real people and you know that, and you do know that when, like, guilds are there, high GG counts, the stars, equipment, everything. Like, you'll know if it's a real player, and if they don't ready up on 53 seconds or, like, 59 seconds, it's a real player, right? And it doesn't load too smoothly, because PvP, you can't load smoothly, right? You can't load in, like, non-bullshitly. So there's really nothing to rant for. It's just, if they had dedicated servers, that'd be great, but if they don't, because they're cheap, that's just how it is. Not a very good thing for a company to be cheap on its player base, but hey, it is what it is. This one, I want to go over, like, the 3 things we kind of just don't have that we should have. Obviously, the first thing is the guild update. I'm looking at my guild here. I don't really give a shit about guilds at all, because they mean nothing. I used to be in a guild that was, like, number 2, number 3 in the world. I just didn't give a shit anymore. I just said, okay, let me leave this. I got that, like, top 50, overall, double guild season thing. I don't even know what the fuck it was called. Where you just basically, you do the guild thing for 2 weeks instead of 1 week, kind of like PvP. It was, stupid. Like, it wasn't anything like, oh my god, this is so new, improved. Oh my goodness. Like, no. The guild update, they've been saying it for over a year at this point. I don't know where the fuck it's at. I don't even know what it would do. But again, a company to say, oh, we're going to do this, and then just throw it away. Isn't that, like, wouldn't that give you, like, a bad taste in your mouth? Like, oh, we're going to give you this update. You're going to be like, I don't know, they said like a dungeon-esque type of thing for guilds. I don't fucking know. Like, you go play players that are online in your guild, or you play like their bots or something. Again, this was very long ago they said this, but it's like, it's not implemented. It doesn't exist. So what the fuck? Like, why? I don't know. From my knowledge of at least business, it is very dumb to promise something that is just not coming, right? I mean, that's life, right? Why would you promise something you can't, like, actually give? Maybe just to make the people happy, but it's like, are you even making someone happy if you're not, actually supplying? No, you're just making it worse. But hey, that's Legends, right? They know how to make things worse a lot easier than they know how to make things better. Just look at, a lot of the game, right? A lot of the game is just a lot worse than it deserves to be, and it's just a rat shit show at this point. But guilds, it really shouldn't take this much for what they said they want to implement. I don't really know, honestly, anything behind it, but let me think like this. A mobile game that's PvP based, it can't add a PvE type or PvP/PvE type of thing where I can just invite my friend, where I can just do, let's say, a new event where I can invite my guildmate, or I can go into random searching, kind of like co-op, and do that new event with my guildmate. Is that really difficult? I don't know. I don't do any of this, programming, coding, anything for, like, a game. I don't know, but it doesn't sound like it'd be so tough, considering they've done it with co-op. You just do it in a different vein with guilds. You make it more enjoyable with guilds, because co-op single-handedly is the worst mode. You know, I can bitch and bitch and bitch about PvP all day, but it's like co-op, I'm fighting a character that has a lot of health, and I'm spamming cards. I'm not using my brain. I'm not looking at the screen. I'm not giving a shit. When the Legends Pass comes out, and that's actually something we're going to talk about, I'm going to click auto 2 times, and then I'm going to fucking let it happen. It dies, oh well. It DCs, I get a bot to replace it, because they actually added that. I don't know. And with that, the bot replacing thing, you would think that's something they would implement into guilds, so in case, like, they said it, right? You can play the person's bot. Well, there's bot implementation now in the game, so why isn't it active? Where is this update? It doesn't exist, right? I don't understand why, because it could actually be something that's, like, maybe fun. While PvP can be fun, it can also be very tedious. PvE is really never fun. It's just mind-numbing. It's not fun. Gauntlet isn't, like, fun. It's, you get free CC, so your brain thinks, okay, this is good, but really, it's not good. It's not. Like, you don't do content. A game should be fun, rather than, okay, I have to do this, like a chore list. Legends is more of a chore list than fun. For most players, I mean, me personally, you know, I'm just used to the cycle of Legends, and I think, you know, the fun of summoning, the fun of PvP most times outweighs the badness of PvE and all the other quirks Legends has to come with it. By the way, we are getting, it seems like a Nappa, a blue Nappa on an All-Star banner coming up here, because V-Jump got leaked and all that. You know, I thought we'd get an EX Nappa on this Vegeta banner. But All-Star banners seem to have 2 Sparkings every single time. So thinking about it, it could be, I don't think it's going to be a Goku or Vegeta that come with Nappa. I think it's going to be a Krillin or a Tien, because Tien had the, you know, one moment where Chaozu dies, he does the one arm, you know, tri-beam, blah, 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 and it's cool. It's a cool moment. Krillin, I mean, he almost kills Nappa, right? Like, if he doesn't dodge the Destructo Disc, Nappa gets his head chopped off. So I think one of those two. Please not fucking Kid Gohan from that fight. Please not Piccolo, because we don't need it. And really, Piccolo did nothing, like, of substance to Nappa. But yeah, Nappa is coming. His ultimate, it seems like, is the Mouth Beam he does against Goku. So it doesn't seem like a Goku or Vegeta is going to come with them. I do think a Krillin or Tien does make sense. And then a Sparking Blue Goku is going to Zenkai. It seems like Kaioken, and if it is, I'm going to be honest, he's going to be shit. His, you know, kit right now is ass, so he's not going to be a good Zenkai. But if it's the Saiyan Saga Goku from the Raditz fight, he would be a good Zenkai, because his kit is actually still relevant to this day. Like, you could still use him to this day and be okay. If he's Zenkai'd, he'd be very good. But it seems like it'll be Zenkai Kaioken Goku, obviously pertaining to the Nappa Goku Vegeta. You know, he goes Kaioken, right? Obviously, it makes sense. So yeah, that's what should be coming. That's will be coming. Next week will obviously be the Zenkai, and most likely the 6 Cybermen to come with it. And that's why Nappa, the week after, you know, you make that team, Minion team, because I assume Nappa would be on a Minion team, because he's a minion of Frieza and Vegeta at this point. But yeah, that's what's coming. But to get back into the video, number 2, the other thing Legends just said, fuck this, we forgot it, or just doesn't care, is the Legends Pass. Now, the Legends Pass is something more new, so it's not like they're saying fuck it completely, but the Legends Pass was supposed to come out the end of August. Well, it is currently the middle of September, and we have no sign, no word, actually, of the Legends Pass. Similar to the Guild update, we had no words, no updates, no one has said anything, because, again, this is a company that doesn't really give a shit, it seems like, about things that some people care about, most people don't. Like guilds, most people don't care about. Legends Pass, most people don't care about. I personally think it'll be interesting. I don't think it'll be the greatest thing in the world, but I think it'll be interesting. But yeah, Legends Pass, if you don't know, what? Updates daily, Prime Ticket Printing Robot. We know nothing of what that is. You know, if I had to make a guess, I could say, like how we have that ticket we get from Adventures for LF banners. It's not a 5% chance, but it's just a normal... Well, actually, the tickets you can buy from the co-op shop, just random guaranteed tickets, like for All-Star banners, or not guaranteed tickets, random tickets you can buy it kind of be like that. You get like one of those a day, because either an all-star banner or you know, an LF banner will have tickets to summon on. So I do think it could be that, which actually could be interesting because, you know, you can pull anything from that, right? Given you most likely pull a hero, you could still pull anything, so it's at least a chance. Faster auto mode, I mean, you could just do double auto. I mean, that's probably one of the worst things that auto even exists. I understand auto is good for, like, tedious content, but think of it like this, right? Back to the chore thing. Legends is a game. If I want to press auto more than I want to play, that's probably a big problem in that whole system of PvE, which it is, right? They're not going to fix it because they don't know how to fix it. So that's just how that works. 400 plus equipment slots, that's very good, obviously. Equipment, you know, with Tournament of Power, it kind of makes it so you need equipment, like a lot of equipment slots. Like, I've bought equipment slots, like a lot, like monetary-wise, and from co-op and all that. And from every single resource you can, really. Because if you do Tournament of Power, and Tournament of Power is not hard, right? I just farmed up like 12 to 15 equipments, and I was like, okay, B to E rank. Like, I don't give a shit what rank these are. I just need to farm them up so I have something to actually make my units, you know, stay in Z tier, you know, tank, E, whatever the fuck they have to do in that mode, because I don't really pay attention to that fucking mode. You kind of need equipment slots. With all the new equipments that drop PvP, and maybe, you know, most of them aren't worth farming, there's a lot of characters, and some characters require niche equipment, some characters require, you know, any equipment, some characters require every equipment. Like, it doesn't, there's no, like, set thing, oh, this character's gonna need this equipment. Like, you can obviously play around with equipment, but that's the thing. If you want to play around with equipment, you need equipment slots. It should have just already been, like, a separate reserve. Like, you can hold up to 50 extras past your, like, normal. And it's like, okay, sell these when you're at 50 of those, and then you could keep your maximum at where you're at, so you don't have to sell them. But, hey, Legends doesn't know what the fuck they're doing with some of these things. Again, this is a topic of where they don't know what the fuck they're doing. So, yeah. And they also lied, I think. Maybe not lied in totality, but in some truth, they lied. They said they can't increase equipment slots for people because it fucks over their servers because it takes up server space. But if that's the case, why can we buy 400? Well, why will we, because it's not in the game yet, be able to buy 400 plus equipment slots? Explain that to me. Doesn't fuck over the servers that much, does it? Clearly not. It was just a lie. Login bonus, you select one more thing. So let's say, you know, I pick rare medals every day because Ultras need rare medals. Kakarot Goku need rare medals for his, you know, super souls because they're hard to farm from the event itself because they drop so little. So I'd pick rare medals. Then, you know, maybe on the weekend I'll pick energy because it's extra energy on the weekends and skip tickets. So I could farm up, let's say, the Cybermen, or you pick like CC and this other thing, right? Like, that's a thing, and it's a very good thing. But again, this is preview on this Legends Pass, and it's not out in the game, so we don't know if it's a fucking good thing, but it seems like a good thing, right? Preset slots, I don't even use preset slots, so this is just pointless. I don't think most people do. I just feel like it doesn't matter, because I'm trying, well, maybe for me, this is a little different, because I try to run different teams every single day, so, like, I don't have, like, teams I'm like, okay, I'm going to run this team today, this team today. Like, no, I'll just run whatever the fuck I want because I want to have fun. People that want to run, you know, different variations of the same team, I guess, you know, are going to run this preset slot stuff, but it really isn't that important. And then this adventure slot thing, it's actually pretty relevant now because we do have no real adventures, you know, for missions and all that. I apologize if there's background noise, if there is, because, you know, why not? But adventure slots very relevant now because we don't have adventure missions. We just have that choice battle thing where you get a lot of souls, by the way. Zenkai souls for each color, normal souls for each color. Given it's not super souls, you get 1,000 per each if you have all boost units, and you can get erasers and gold bells and all that shit. Let's say you get like a great success, you get like over 7,000 green soul blanks, whatever the fuck it is, you know, 1 through 7. That's a lot. Like, I'm personally gonna keep doing the blue one because Zenkai Kaioken Goku, or whoever it is, Blue Goku is coming next week. Obviously, I want to be ready. Don't want to waste energy. This is a very good and relevant thing now. So some of these things didn't seem that relevant, but like, this ticket thing could be very good. Equipment slots is very good. This, double picking, very good. Adventure slots really wasn't that like cared about when people first saw it, but now it's like, oh shit, like this could be actually fucking important, right? Like holy fuck. But yeah, Legends Pass, it could be important, but it's not in the game. Where did it go? Did you find it? Have you seen it? No, Legends hasn't seen it. We haven't seen it. I want it. I want to see how much it's worth, like price-wise, and if it's actually worth that price. I do think it could be worth the actual price. Let's say it's like $10. I do think this could actually be worth $10. But considering how much the mission plan is, which is, what, $8? Not on first purchase, after first purchase. I could see this being like $20. I think anything over $20, this is not worth purchasing. Again, once it does come out, and if it does come out the same way, maybe they're like tweaking it. But I do think a lot of these quality of life things would be worth an under $20 purchase. And I understand people don't want to have to purchase these things, but a lot of them, look, so just look at it real quick. Number 1 isn't really quality of life. That's just an extra bonus to you. Number 4 is quality of life. Number 2, it's arguable. I don't know. They say the servers are going to be, fucked with space, with too much equipment, but then they do this. So it's like, maybe they're not expecting too many people to buy it by adding this, but I don't know. Number 2 is like questionably arguable if it should be, added into the game already, right? Number 5 should be a thing on the weekends. You should be able to pick 2 things on the weekends, just as how that is. But overall, it's more a premium thing, right? 3 should be added, on an update. And number 6, I would say +2 adventure slots. It's kind of weird to just, is it really that valuable? Like, you don't need it. That's the thing. Like, most of these things are just very good quality things, but you don't need it. Like, all it would do is just make you play the game less. So I guess no, but it's, I don't know. I don't think it's like that valuable to where it's like, oh my god, this needs to be an update to give 2 adventure slots. It's like, we already got 2 free adventure slots, basically. So yeah, I don't think it's that valuable. But the last thing I want to go over, and it's kind of like, you kind of know it's gone, but it's not really like ever been discussed. Legends Rising banners. We had multi-Z powered giving banners, which is weird because it was UST banners, actually. Ultra Space Time Rush banners, which kind of faded into All-Stars in their core, right? Because UST banners, the main premise was, okay, you at least get 1 new character, and All-Star banners kind of like, okay, you pull at least 1 character, and I can get stars on that character. UST banners changed up a bunch from you could buy the character, just flat out buy a character 600 Z power, given multi-Z power didn't exist back then, which is probably why they removed it now. But you could buy the character. It used to be that you get 30 Z power drop for one of the characters after every multi. So like, let's say 4 new characters dropped, you would not be guaranteed a new character, but after 16 multis, you'd be guaranteed at least 1 character with 0 stars, but at least 100 Z power, and you'd own them. You could Z power them up. I believe Movie Gohan, Bojack, obviously yellow Movie Gohan, Pearl Bojack had this type of banner where it was 30 Z power drops. Very good for its time. I know people shit on it a lot, but thinking about it, any type of guarantee is very wanted, given we have nothing guaranteed on either banners here, All-Star or LF banner. So yeah. Legends Rising though, look, they were 999 banners. Some of them weren't. I believe the one that's most like relevant in my head is the Super Saiyan God Goku and the Super Saiyan to Super Saiyan God Vegeta, obviously from the Broly movie. And I don't think that was 999. I know that was a Legends Rising, but Legends Rising banners just kind of faded, and I'm glad, right? They didn't really offer too much. Some of them had a lot of good like value for the units that were on it, but like I think Yellow Vegito was a Legends Rising banner, and he was really good. But then it's like all the banners were really, in like realistic viewpoint, is very diluted pools with very good units to kind of like shove in your face to why you should summon. Kind of like how some LFs are. I think this Vegeta is very good for what he is, but some people might undervalue him, overvalue him, blah, 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 and might not see, or they will see too much of, hey, he's just shoved in our face. We have to summon for him because he's an LF. Like, a lot of people have the common sense of nowadays, Zenkais exist, old Zenkais at least, that are going to be relevant for a long time, and they don't think this Vegeta is valued. And some people think, oh, he's red, he's Saiyans, he's super good, he buffs Saiyans, he's going to be very valuable. But with Legends Rising, it was kind of like, okay, this Super Saiyan God Goku is cool and all, but he got shit on by LF Beerus when he Zenkai'd. Cool, this Vegeta can infinite combo, but he can infinite combo, what? Twice? Because you pop his main ability, and he gets a new hand, and then he has double card draw speed, but it's like, how long can he sustain that with combo compensation and all that? Which really fucked that Vegeta, by the way. So, again, glad the Legends Rising banners are gone. Obviously, they didn't have really much value, but it's just kind of weird that they, again, sweep something under the rug, which is what they're doing with all three of these things. It's good, but it's strange. Let me know what you guys think of these kind of missing things Legends has done. There's definitely a lot more, but these are the most relevant to me, because obviously banners are relevant, a new update being relevant, and then a new purchase of, whatchamacallit, the Legends Pass would be very relevant if it came out, but all these things are gone. It's kind of like, where'd they go? I'm wondering, where's the guild update? I'm wondering, where's the Legends Pass? Hopefully, we find out answers soon. I am curious about the Legends Pass to see if it is actually good, at least with the, ticket thing, because if it's my idea of, like, okay, you get a ticket every day for either an LF banner or the All-Star banner, or both, that are out currently, not a 5% ticket, but, like, a stupid-ass normal ticket, yes, maybe that's not the greatest value, but it's still some value that allows it to be more premium than a quality of life pass, right? Because this pass seems more quality of life than premium. If you're going to supply something, make it premium so people actually want to buy it for that and not feel like this should already be an update. Just my take. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next one.